Caller, maybe you can help me stop being so pissed off here. Tell me you got some good news. What's on your mind? How's your day going?
First of all, I'm not going to help you. I'm actually support you. My name is Eric.
Eric, what's happening,
I'm the
man?
one that is right. Ben, first of all, I'm from Philly. You embody. First of all, you're honorary Philadelphian to me.
Appreciate that, brother.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something real quick for 5 seconds.
All right.
Remember the most famous speech that Barack Obama did? That was in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah. On the Jeremiah Wright issue. Yeah.
Yeah, we pushed him to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was getting beat up on there's only one black station in the city of Philadelphia. We pushed him. We beat Barack Obama. The way you're doing now, we pushed the Progressive Army.
Right.
The late great Reggie Bryan was one of the catalysts for that. I say that to say that for Bernie Sanders, because when you said something about Twitter, I lost. I'm not a big guy, as far as on Twitter, but I lost about 50 followers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought there was pretty good people. And I would call their names out, but I don't want to make them famous, and this is your show. But I would call their names out, believe me. There's one woman who calls herself angry. That's all I'm going to say. She went in on me. She said that because she hates Bernie. And it's all right. Listen, it's all right. Here's the thing that I said to her. I said, they go so far against Bernie Sanders that when you speak about the issues, just strictly issues, it makes it look like you're, in their mind, sellout. So I refuse to do that. So listen, I'm 44. I'll be 45 next year. Ain't nobody calling me no sellout. Exactly. You know what I mean? Now, listen, I can't type that fast, 40 characters on Twitter. That's why I tell people a lot of times, just give me, because I had an argument with them, and I said, give me a little time, then let me come back on my argument. Here's the thing, what I want to say about Bernie Sanders. The only thing I don't like about him, and I absolutely despise, and I wish he'd take what I just said on your commentary on the video you put up before. I said, Trump, one thing I want out of Bernie Sanders is to take the Trump, go in. Martin O'Malley did that. Bernie Sanders keeps saying, one thing I'd say about Secretary Clinton, and remember the apology and all like that? All that. See, me and you, we're all right with that. But to the layman, to the uninformed voters, that looks like Bernie Sanders is wrong.
That too.
And I hate that about him on a debate stage. Now, me and you can critique and say, well, Bernie Sanders won here. But then I look at it from the layman, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if Bernie Sanders won. And let's be honest. Bernie Sanders' really biggest problem is the African-American vote.
Absolutely.
And that means that if he had the African-American vote, this will be
over. It'll be over.
So I'm not trying to be a Bernie. You know what? Bernie Sanders sent me something in the email, and I never sent it out. And I said, I'm going to send some money in. And I said, you know what? It's not about, I never liked the Hillary because I go back with the Clintons. So I'm assuming that you're under 30. I go back with the Clintons. I remember what they really was.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So it's not even, you don't have to sell me on that like Hillary. You really don't.
Right.
I mean, I'll be to the left of you. You'll be like, hey, well, yo, Eric, wait, man.
Slow down, man.
So my point is that I think that Malcolm X once said that we're politically immature. I don't talk about I'm talking about black folks. And that is not that white folks isn't, but they can afford to be politically immature. We can't. So I think that's what the problem is, because how the hell did Bernie Sanders, like you said, go through black loops? And I used to say blacker than thou. You got to sit back, and he got it. Really come up there with a dashiki. He can't do that. He's not that. He's not capable. Listen, someone mocked me. Someone mocked me. They said, "Look at Bernie Sanders. You look like the guy from the movie with the Back to the Future." and that's what and I was saying to him. I said, "Okay, fine. He doesn't have the look."
Right.
But I said, "This is what our problem is." I said, and this is what you said. You said, "But Elizabeth Warren." I was very disappointed that she didn't run, and I'm very disappointed. I think it was you. You said that she did something, and I didn't check it. And so
she backed up on her tweet. Yeah. But listen,
that disappoints me.
It does. But you said a mouthful. I like what you said. Just the jumping through these hoops, man. He's and I think I know who you're talking about. Let me play something real quick, and you just nod your head if you recognize the voice. Hang on a second. Hang on, listen to this.
Go ahead.
Dixon. He's obviously he's a radio show host.
You recognize? So those are some of the people. Those are some of the people who I'm talking about. Hey, man, thanks for the call, man. I'm going to expound on that a little bit.
Ben, listen, you're Progressive Army.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, I'm always on your thing. You are good, man. And see, this is what I want. I love to see this because we have to have a lot of more nuance in there. What you're saying, don't worry, you're not alone. If somebody, I'm gonna look at your timeline. Somebody comes after you, I'm gonna come after them.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. That's love, man. I appreciate it. Brother. Take it in. Take care. But yeah, that's one thing. One thing I hate more than anything else. This is what I was going to start off tonight with, because this is what I was thinking about when I was chilling out this afternoon. Was like, what I hate more than anything else are the people who exist on that intersection of intelligence and apathy. Stay with me. Don't change the channel yet. It really makes sense. People who exist on that, and they have this incredible intellect, but they exist not only on that place of intellect, but they also exist in a place of apathy because they're so smart that they don't do nothing. And then they're so smart that they encourage other people don't do nothing. I know I'm using the double negative, but just bear with me. But I absolutely hate those people who craft out these positions that are intellectually astute, but really are a dead end because they don't encourage anyone into action. Please tell me, pray tell, what good is your intellect if it's not affecting change? If the results of your intellect is apathy and you sit down and do nothing, and then you therefore encourage other people to do nothing and make it seem like the intelligent and the cool thing to do is do nothing, don't endorse anybody, don't support any candidate, write your own name in as president, then you're worthless to society other than running your mouth. That's why I went ahead and said, you know what? Let me stop playing around. Let me stop fiddling my thumbs. I endorse Bernie Sanders. I've been supporting him all summer long. Why wouldn't I just go out there and be bold and say, feel the burn? That's what I'm a part of. Because you know why? Because, it's intellectually, the big shindig to be above the political fray and say, I'm not going to endorse anybody, or I don't like Bernie Sanders. I don't like Hillary Clinton. They're both sufferers of white supremacy. Then who the hell are you going to vote for? And who the hell are you going to tell your supporters to vote for? Nobody? Then you're going to hand it over to somebody that you have no influence in shaping, one. And then two, you're very likely going to sway the vote because you have audiences large enough to discourage participation, such that a precinct can be lost. And we've seen in 2000, one precinct can turn the tide. So now you are not only allowing somebody to run and win without you having any impact, but you're also opening the door to people who are truly white supremacists. And if they're not straight, if Donald Trump is not a straight white supremacist, he clearly mobilizes white supremacist groups from their own mouths. So to all these people who exist on this intersection of intelligence, you're very smart. I give it to you. You're smart. Would love to debate you guys. But you also you land on that intersection of apathy. You are worthless. You're smart, and it's all for naught. It's all to hear yourself talk. And I feel like that's what's being done with Bernie Sanders, because it's a little more malicious than that, but that's a part of it, right? They can't bring themselves to support Bernie Sanders, because that would mean they have to break off their facade of, I'm such a intellectual that I would never endorse any of these neoliberal prone, capitalistic, neoconservative. I just would never do it. That's how some of them talk. The rest of them be like, I ain't endorsing. God, I just did some. Well, hell, those my people. I can do it anyway, right? I can get away with it. You don't do what I do. Just do what I say. I just had 30 conversations in my head. But what I'm saying is, the folks that really think that it is somehow intellectually astute to not pick a side and push an agenda and push something that's going to change the narrative of the nation, push something that's actually going to help change the course of the nation. And they would rather sit back and just criticize Bernie Sanders. They would just sit back and rather criticize Bernie Sanders, but say nothing about Hillary Clinton. When there's no criticism of Bernie Sanders that is not magnitudes of order worse with Hillary Clinton. Those people are kind of useless to me. And they're not worth their following. But I'm late to the party, so they have their followings. What the hell? What can you do? They've got their million followers. 202.